a female artist who spent 33 years imprisoned in a mental asylum because of love. The tragic unfinished love story of Camille Claudel and Rodin. This is the story of a girl who was only 19 years old, and whose heart fell for a 43-year-old teacher. A love that turned into fire at first sight. A passion that completely consumed her mind and soul. A connection so deep that it erased all boundaries. This is the story of a love that slowly transformed into madness, and ended in the silence of a mental hospital. Camille Claudel was born in 1864 in the Aisne region of France. She was the eldest daughter of a wealthy family. Her younger brother, Paul, was born 2 years later. He stayed by her side throughout life, yet perhaps never truly understood her. From childhood, Camille loved playing with clay, stones, and sculpture. It was as if she had come into this world destined to become a sculptor. But in those days, even in a developed country like France, women were not allowed to formally study in Paris art academies. They could only receive private training from famous sculptors. Camille's father was a man who thought differently from society. He understood his daughter's passion and arranged private lessons for her in Paris with a great master. That decision would later change Camille's life forever. There, she met the French sculptor Auguste Rodin. In 1883, when Camille was only 19 years old, she began training in Rodin's studio alongside other young artists. She was beautiful, intelligent, cultured, and there was a strange magic in her hands. She was the kind of girl whose art carried a soul, a dreamer determined to make her visions real. And Rodin, a 43-year-old man who had not yet reached the peak of his artistic career. But inside him lived a giant artist waiting to emerge. Soon, the young girl became Rodin's favorite student, his lover, and his muse, the face that inspired his greatest creations. But when their relationship began, another woman was already in Rodin's life. Her name was Rose Buret. She had lived with him for 20 years, and they even had a son together. Yet Rodin never married her. Rose Buret was not an ordinary woman. Perhaps she looked simple on the outside, but she was the silent guardian of Rodin's life. Meanwhile, Rodin's heart had now split in two directions. Camille, on the other hand, became lost in the illusion of love. She waited for years, for marriage, for promises, for commitment. But Rodin never fully chose her. That betrayal, that loneliness, and society's cruel treatment of women slowly destroyed Camille's spirit. After 1905, her mental condition began to decline. Fear, anger, hatred, and love all burned inside her endlessly. In 1913, without a trial, without proper psychological examination, Camille was placed in a mental asylum. There, forgotten and alone, she remained imprisoned for 33 years. The world forgot her art, and even her brother Paul drifted away from her. She lived there like a prisoner, without proper treatment, without protest, without hope. In 1943, on a broken bed inside a silent room, Camille passed away. No final farewell, no headlines, no one beside her. And Rodin, he was celebrated as France's greatest sculptor. His Rodin Museum in Paris still stands today, where many masterpieces remain preserved under his name, though perhaps some of them also carried the touch of Camille Claudel's hands.